Mada Hari, a Dutch-German dancer, accused of spying for the Germans in World War I. Gertrude Margaret Zeil, known as Mada Hari, was a Dutch-German dancer accused of spying for the Germans during World War I in France. Her stage name is a Malay word, meaning sun. Margarita Gertruida, whose real name was Gerda Zeil McLeod, was born on August 1876 in the Netherlands. Her father owned a hat shop and became wealthy enough with a successful oil investment to create an aristocratic life for his daughter. Margarita studied in the most expensive school until the age of 13, but in 1889, her father went bankrupt and her parents separated. In 1891, his mother died and his father married, but the marriage was childless. The marriage broke up the family, and Margarita went to live with her grandfather. He tried to become a kindergarten teacher. Her grandfather kicked her out when the owner of the institution openly flirted with her. After a few months, she moved to her aunt's house. At the age of 18, she saw an advertisement in a Dutch newspaper that a man pledged to choose his wife. This man was an army colonel and his name was Rudolf John McLeod. They married in Amsterdam in 1895 and then moved to Java in Indonesia. There they had 2 children. Their marriage was full of despair. McLeod was a domineering alcoholic and they always lived a cold life. He was always critical of his wife and often openly took 2 native women with him as companions. This caused Margarita to leave her husband and live with Rudolf von Ritz, who was another officer. Margarita went to the business center of Indonesia and worked in a native dance center. In 1897, he became a professional dancer and took the name Mada Hari, which means the eye of the sun in the language of the natives of Indonesia. Mada Hari tried to escape from this boring environment by learning the indigenous culture of Indonesia. Shortly thereafter, her husband died in 1899, probably from syphilis, which was caused by his parents. But Mada Hari's relatives claimed he was poisoned by an angry crew member. In 1903, Mada Hari went to Paris and worked as a rider in a circus. To earn a living, she often acted as a model. In 1905, she started dancing with oriental color and glaze, and at this time she was known as Mada Hari. In 1905, Mada Hari enthralled the audience with his night shows due to his open and reckless performances. For a long time, she became the girlfriend of a millionaire factory owner. She pretended to be a prince from a Hindu monk's family who had been baptized as a child to perform a religious dance. At this time, she was taking many pictures that showed her naked or half naked. Since the people of Europe didn't know Indonesia properly at that time, they thought that her claim about her Eastern origin was true. She became a very famous person at this time. By 1910, she had tens of thousands of imitators, and critics believed that her work lacked an effective and strong artistic side. She gained a serious following among the army chiefs in France and some of the most famous politicians in Europe. Among them, the German crown prince invited her for a party and paid her a huge amount. She was invited to participate in a celebration of Bohemia and performed in the music hall in Germany on May 1914. A number of spectators who found her performances shameful complained to the police, and a police officer named Gabriel invited Mada Hari to come to him for an explanation. During this meeting, Gabriel became fascinated by Mada Hari and made an appointment with her. Some people believe that Gabriel was actually a figurehead in this process, and behind the scenes was the head of the German spy organization. He ordered Mada Hari to spy in France for the benefit of Germany. Some biographers of Mada Hari believe that Mada Hari went to the Women's Spy School in Antwerp, in Belgium, which was established by the German spy agency. Madahari spent 15 weeks in this school and learned espionage techniques that later led to her conviction. Accordingly, she was known as H-21 in this school. The spy agents who were educated in this school had to learn Morse codes and symbols, as well as the knowledge of chemistry and materials used in factories and transportation, map reading and taking photos of documents, as well as the formation of the army. Someone who learned these skills would become a professional spy. Madahari always denied that he attended this school. With the start of World War I, Madahari, who was in Germany for 2 days at the beginning of the war, was forced to leave that country quickly due to anti-foreign sentiments in Germany. She had to enter Switzerland, but due to a problem with her passport, she was sent back to Germany. She went from Germany to Holland and from there to Paris and then back to Holland again. The Netherlands remained neutral, and Madahari could cross international borders unmolested due to his Dutch citizenship. At this time, she was considered the girlfriend of some of the most famous high-ranking commanders of the Allies in the war, and this caused the intelligence services of the Allies to monitor her. In Paris, she also befriended a Russian officer named Vladimir Maslov. Her intelligence role was first exposed when she admitted in an interview with an intelligence officer of the British Secret Service that she was working as an agent of the French military intelligence service, but her story was not proved. A year before the end of the World War I in 1917, the German military service in Madrid transmitted a coded radio message to Berlin, in which a spy affiliated with the German Secret Service in France was mentioned with the codename H-21. The French counterintelligence service received this encrypted message and decoded it. They identified the agent H-21 and believed that this agent is indeed Madahari. The message sent by the Germans was sent using a code system that the Germans knew about being broken by France, and this issue led some historians to conclude that this message was a deceptive message. On February 1917, Madahari was arrested in a room at the Plaza Asani Hotel in Paris. Madahari denied being a double agent throughout the interrogation and trial. She also said in response to his interrogator who accused him of collaborating with the enemy, "The only person I work for is the French counterintelligence unit, and I am a member of this organization, and I have acted only with the instructions of this organization." She was imprisoned before a trial and was interrogated 17 times before the military trial began. The place where she was imprisoned did not have a bathroom, and she was only occasionally given a bowl of water to clean herself. This prison was very dirty and it was a huge ordeal for the Madahari. She was separated from the other prisoners of this prison. Madahari's capture was kept a secret from the public for several months and was not disclosed until the court-martial began on July 1917. Madahari was sentenced to death after a trial. The court declared that she caused the death of at least 50,000 French soldiers in the war. She was executed by firing squad on October 15, 1917. Many thanks for watching this video. Please comment about this video. Subscribe my channel and like and share this video.